about here for the minicamp?
We got a lot better as a team. We were thankful for so many guys showing up and the opportunity to get better. And it's always great when you get all those guys out together because, we've got a lot of room for improvement, but I figured we did a lot of that.
The golf competition at the end, was that closest to the pin there?
It was supposed to be. I don't know if we really awarded whoever won, but we had to do it that way, so it was good for him.
Is there any, will you take a break here? Will you go anywhere? Do you do... I don't want you to give us your itinerary, but will you make a point to get away from everything for a week?
Yeah, I'll go home to Eugene for a little bit to see my family, but I'll continue to work, to continue to throw. I've got plenty of receivers there. I've got my brother to come catch for me, so we'll be able to continue to work. I'll bring my computer to study film and things like that, but it is nice to have a little time off, but get ready for it at the same time.
Justin, can you tell me a little more on when you study film in the offseason? Are you studying you, or are you studying who's on your schedule?
It kind of depends, whatever you feel like that day. And a lot of it is film from us from the previous years, watching our offense and continuing to master the game plan, the offensive playbook. But at the same time, you can get a head start on the opposing teams. I feel like the coaches have done a great job of that so far. And so that's kind of on them. But at the same time, you can watch as much as you can.
That's kind of one of your big things, is it not? Is that something you enjoy? Do you feel it's mandatory? Or you seem to really throw yourself into film study?
Well, I appreciate that. I think the great thing about football for me is I need football. And, I love waking up and going to work and lifting, running, throwing, and watching film. And, I think too much off time can kind of be a burden to me sometimes. So I always look forward to having stuff to do. And whether that's watching film or whether that's throwing or being out here for OTAs, I think that's what I just kind of look forward to.
Bernie, because you're...
home to Eugene, do you consider that vacation or to take a vacation?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm kind of on vacation right now. I think if you're taking a vacation, you're trying to get away from something. But, I always look forward to coming to this place and working and doing all these fun things. So going home, I'll do the same thing, try and have as much fun as I can with my family and things like that. But, it is kind of work and get ready for the season.
Is it different when you go back to Eugene now that you've had so much success in the NFL, like if you go out to breakfast or something like that, or is it the same as it was when you were in college?
No, there isn't too much. I don't think people give they don't care too much, and so it's nice to just be there with my family and friends, and all my high school friends are there, so getting plenty of time to see them and kind of relax at the same time, but at the same time lifting at Sheldon High School and getting ready for the season.
When you say it's a burden to have time away from football, is that because you're just thinking about football and you want to get back to like studying and playing and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I feel like I just get bored sometimes without football, and Saturdays and Sundays are nice, but at the same time, like I'd rather be playing and having something to do because I hate hanging around my house and not doing anything or accomplishing anything. So, having something to look forward to, I think that really helps me.
And Justin, with Josh Palmer, in what ways has he grown in the second year for him?
He's been much more confident. He's a guy that came in really early last year, and he picked up the offense pretty easily. But this year, it's a different Josh Palmer out there, and he knows exactly what he's doing. We've thrown a bunch after practice, and I feel comfortable with him. I trust him, and at least I hope he trusts me. So we've had a lot of reps together, and I'm really looking forward to watching him this year.
Justin, in watching film, do you have a methodical process? Is it what you feel like on that day, or are you checking off the whole season you're going to watch? Or what's your process?
During the season, it's very methodical. It's all kind of sectioned off, and we're going to watch third downs this day, red zone this day. But kind of in the off season it's kind of extra work, and so it's whatever you feel like that day. And a lot of it is self film, where it's I'm watching my footwork, my reads, going through everything like that, and kind of studying it that way. But at the same time, if you want to watch film on the opposing team, it's all right. Just get a good feel for it. Watch games in sequence. You don't have to watch for anything specific, but just turn the film on and watch. And I think that's better than nothing.
The next 6 weeks, how much of it is going through what you installed during OTAs here to get a feel of how far ahead you are going into camp?
A ton. I think the best thing for us this year was to have those live 7-on-7 reps, and having that film and being able to watch that over the next couple of weeks is going to be huge. And last year we didn't really have that. We had these walkthrough kind of sequences where you got a chance to run through the plays, but at the same time you didn't get too much going on. So for us, I think that's huge, and definitely a lot of film to watch.
How much differently do you watch film now, enter your third year, as compared to when you were a rookie?
I think I know more, or hopefully I know more than I did my rookie season. I feel like I have a better understanding of defenses than I did my rookie season, and so you kind of pick up more things, where the linebackers line up, the leverage of where the DBs are, and you kind of, it makes sense to you. And my rookie season, I was just out there just trying to pick up as much as I can, but now there's kind of a reason to everything. And so having Coach Staley and Joe Lombardi and Shane Day teach all those things, I think that's been really helpful for me.
One thing Joe mentioned when we talked to him earlier in OTAs is that, you know, you've been able to move on to football 202 stuff. That's what he called it. For you, what, like, can you give us some examples of like what football 202, like what level, what stuff you're looking at, like kind of some of the stuff you were just talking about?
Yeah, I think an example would be using your cadence more. You know, it's one thing when you're going into a new playbook and trying to memorize all the calls and go out there to the huddle and get it right. And so the easy thing is just to say on one, clap, and get out. But now it's, all right, I know the play, I know all these kills and alerts. Now I'm going to start using my cadence to maybe get the defense to jump off sides. And, you know, it's a weapon that you can use. And if you can start kind of getting better in areas like that, little by little, I think that's really helpful too.
What's it like just having everybody here for OTAs? Because usually those veteran players don't arrive until maybe after Memorial Day or a week before minicamp, but you guys were here for a good 3-4 weeks.
I thought it was great because everyone's committed to this team and everyone trusts each other, believes in each other, and to have everyone show up like that, and it is optional. No one has to be here. No one's holding them. But no, for them to commit to come and get better. And, you know, we had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, they all showed up. And, you know, I think that means a lot to our team, a lot to the coaching staff, because we believe in them like they believe in us. And, you know, we can play pretty good football, and it's all about how we execute going forward. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Kind of an under the radar past couple months for you guys because you could just work on things, or weren't any off-field headlines or distractions or anything?
Yeah, I think that's the great part about the offseason is, you know, it's football, and that's what your focus should be. And in a couple months when the season comes around, I know that we'll be better because we were all here and we all got that working together. And, you know, we covered plenty of topics that, you know, I feel like we're miles ahead of where we were last year at this point. So it's up to us to just keep getting better, to keep pushing one another, competitiveness. But it's been great to have all those guys here.
Good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Enjoy the Angels shoot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I used to be a Mariners fan.